Hey, what's up guys? So today I wanted to talk about how to initiate your dieting phase, your cutting phase. A lot of people we're entering the contest season. It's upon us, and you're coming off your off-season diet. And I have a lot of questions come up about how to start your contest prep. And you see some people that drop half their calories out or switch their whole approach to say they're doing a lot of carbs in the off season. I'm going to do a ketogenic diet. And there's a lot of things that don't need to be done, and it's a much more simple, consistent process that needs to take place. So when starting your phase, just like you did in the off season when you're slowly adding in calories and slowly tracking this progress that you're making, the same thing as you've done when you're starting a contest prep or just cutting phase in general. So first things is you need to assess what your current diet is doing for your physique. So you have some baseline of calories and carbohydrates, protein, and fats, and you decide, like, is that maintaining your body weight, and is that also maintaining your look? Because we could have weight on the scale staying the same, but the look could be changing with regards to lean mass and body fat. So I would just look at your pictures, look at the scale weight. If you're looking at body fat calipers or measurements, those are all great tools to use together to assess. You don't have to use just solely one. But if the main goal is a certain look you're trying to attain, pictures are the main thing to go off of. So establish what your current diet is doing for you. That's going to decide what next steps to take when changing your diet to contest prep. Now, first things off, if you're in a good, reasonably lean state in off season, you can bring down calories some, and it shouldn't be a drastic change. Usually a 10% change in calories is enough to start fat loss moving. For some, that's going to be different, so I can't just tell you drop 300 calories out. If you're on a 2,000 calorie diet, that would be more than 10%. Right? So you could have a more drastic fat loss for someone that's other than that than on, say, someone who's on a 5,000 calorie diet. A 200 calorie change per day might not elicit that big of a response for that person. So I think starting with a 10% change in calories is a great starting point. And ideally, you should still be doing cardio in the off season, not just for the partitioning effects and nutrients, but also just for the cardiovascular benefits. So if that was in place in your off season, I would first start with just a 10% calorie change and keeping cardio the same. Say you weren't doing any cardio, you could maybe go to that 5 to 7% calorie change and then add in 3 days of 30 minutes of cardio. I think that's just a generalized good approach to start with. And when adding in cardio, don't go drastic. You don't want to start adding in HIIT sessions if you haven't been doing any cardio at all. You're starting from a very baseline of cardiovascular adaptations and endurance, so you need to build upon that. So start just with some steady state and build up from there. If you have great cardiovascular endurance and maybe you're a smaller person, HIIT cardio might be the better option for you. So this is getting into individual specifics about what you need to be changing. So that's the cardio. Going back to the diet, so we have our 10% calorie change to make. Where should those nutrients come from? A great starting spot would be to just slowly pull a little bit of carbohydrates throughout all the meals for the day. I would try to leave the carbohydrates around training though. You could also pull a little bit of fats too from meals that are higher in fat intake. That might be fats that are around your training meals. So that would be a good starting approach. The whole idea of jumping into a larger deficit, you're just going to end up losing a lot of tissue that way quickly, or hitting a plateau a lot faster. So usually we're trying to get the most from the least. So make a little change, get the great results from that, and then change as needed, watching your pictures, your scale, your body fat, everything like that. So If you have questions on starting your dieting phase or what I'm currently doing in my dieting phase, you can leave comments below. You can also go to animalpack.com and look at the forums.